Hello and welcome to BeamNG Drive. I'm davidinark, and today we're going to be talking about mods. Mostly what we're going to be talking about is what do you do with a mod once you get it. Now, a quick refresher, in order to get a mod into the game, the easiest way is to go to the repository button off the main menu, and then from there, that'll take you to the official place to get your mods. If you find a mod that you want, you'll click on the little blue circle. That will subscribe to the mod. It will download it to your computer, and it will add it to your mods manager. And that's where your mods are all kept. All right. So once you've got mods, then the question is, what do you do with them? All right. So the first one we're going to look at are scenarios. So if you download any scenarios, then they're going to show up over in the scenarios menu. Generally speaking, you can tell if a mod is or if a scenario is a mod because it will not have the little BeamNG logo. If it has the logo, that means it came with the game. If it doesn't have a logo, that usually means that it's a mod. You want to start a scenario that you've downloaded, you just double click it, and that will launch that particular scenario. As for most other mods, they're going to fall under the free roam category most likely. So I'm going to go to free roam. If you download a map mod, then they will show up here, or should show up here in the free roam section. Once again, if it's got the BeamNG icon or an automation icon, like you see this little circle up here, that means it came with the game. There are certain maps that come with the game that don't have those icons, but for the most part, that kind of lets you know. Then again, hopefully you've paid attention to the mod you grabbed and you'll know which one you got. So anytime you download a map mod, when you click on the thumbnail for that, you'll be presented with one or more options as to where to start your adventure on that particular map. Now with the car jump arena, the default is the jumping ramp, which that's the one we'll pick. But as you can see, there are other places that we could start from if we wanted to. All right, once your map is loaded, then you can feel free to drive around, or in this case, send our vehicle flying off of the car jump arena, because why not? We'll take a look here in the first person view, hanging out in the driver's seat as we take air. One of the things to take into consideration is that depending on the size of the map and how many pieces and parts the map has in it, it could take a while for the map to load up. So just be aware of that when you download a map, and it might be taking a while to load into BeamNG. Oh, look at there. We ended up on all fours. That could be normal for a particular map. So we dropped in a map. I'm going to pull up forward into the sun here because I'm hoping that that'll make things a little easier to see, although who knows, it's kind of hard to tell. Everything's in the shadows. Anyhow, one of the other mods that I downloaded for a vehicle is some new rims. So anytime you download a mod that is an engine swap or anything to do with the body configuration or wheels, tires, there's all kinds of different mods out there. In order to apply those, then I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to go up to vehicle config. And then in this particular case, I'm going to go to body. Now, body is sometimes it says body, sometimes it says frame. Whatever this says, it has to do with a particular vehicle. But in our case, we're going to click on the body link. And we know that we are looking at some new rims. Well, that's a part of the front and rear suspension. So I can click on the little arrow next to the suspension. I can come down. You see here's our wheels. The wheel pack I downloaded are these, here it is, the EX expensive wheel pack, and this has the 101 and the 313, so I'm going to go ahead and pick the 101 front wheels. Rims have changed. I want to do the same thing with the rear suspension. Go back here to the rear wheels, find the EX 101s, and then when I hit escape, you see we have brand new shiny rims on our car. Oh, look at there. That right there, guaranteed 3 more horsepower per wheel. and also 1 mile an hour per wheel. All right, there we go. So there is another type of mod that I downloaded that applies to a vehicle, and the one that I grabbed specifically applies to the H series van. So let me spawn in a van here. And what I did was I downloaded a skin or a paint job. Again, it's under vehicle config, but instead of clicking on frame or body, I'm going to go up here to the paint design. And under paint design, I can go down here, and this is the one I downloaded, the Mosgortrans, or however you say that. There you go. And there's also an old one, apparently. So there you go. And so that is how easy it is to apply a paint job or a skin that you've downloaded from the repository. All right, so going back to vehicles, of course, you can download vehicle mods. That's one of the big things that most people like to do. And so depending on what you download, that's going to determine what you have available to you. So for example, if I click on the DeLorean, you'll notice that there are all kinds of configurations that come with the DeLorean mod. Whereas Lightning McQueen, it only has Lightning McQueen. So depending on what mod you download, that will determine whatever the author made for that particular mod. That's going to be what determines how many configurations you get. In addition to cars, though, there are other things that you can download. There is, let me jump down here, a mod I found called the Flat Top Barge, and that's exactly what it is. It's a giant barge that goes in the water. You notice here I got the ME-262 jet plane that has several configurations in it. And I also have a mod, got to get back down to it, called the Cessplane, which is basically a Cessna-inspired airplane. And you see it's got tons of configurations that come with it. So anytime you want to swap out a vehicle that you downloaded the mod for, you can just click on that, choose the one you want. I'll go ahead and choose the Back to the Future, why not? And then you can either replace the current vehicle, meaning that right now the van is the one that's focused. So if I hit replace current, then the van will be gone and my selected vehicle will pop in. Or I can hit spawn new and it will spawn in that vehicle on the nearest road. But this is not always perfect, so your mileage may vary. In this case, I'm just going to replace current, keep things simple. And there we have the DeLorean. Yes. That's awesome. So one of the things you may notice is in the upper right corner, there's a little arrow up here. So I can click on that arrow and it'll give me any options that are available with this particular mod. So in this particular case, I can hit O and it's supposed to turn off the smoke. Okay, no idea. Flame toggle, and I don't know what bump does. I'll tell you what, let's drive. Now, if you're familiar with the movie, you know what happens when we hit 88 miles an hour. We're going to see some serious stuff. Here we go. Oh, wait, maybe because I don't know. Well, normally there's fire and flames and everything else. Obviously, I messed something up somewhere, but we definitely messed up the DeLorean itself. Oh, flying into the water. So there you go. That is what you do with a mod once you bring it into the game. Hope that helps you out. Got any questions, problems, suggestions, horror stories? Feel free to leave those down in the comment section below. Special thanks to Hero of God, GamerGull, LosWilko, Connie C, Zachary, 7220 Gamer, and the Maestro of Madness for supporting the channel on Patreon and through channel memberships. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate you checking out the video. Hope you learned something. You can always leave a comment down below if you got something that you'd like me to cover. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we're doing it. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, buddy. We don't need roads. Oh, that's painful. Anyhow, got any questions, problems, suggestions, horror stories, feel free to leave those down in the comments below. Got something else you'd like me to make a tutorial on, leave that down there as well. If I know how to do it, we'll whip out a video. And if I don't know how to do it, well, we may end up learning together in a video or a series of videos, because I'm all about learning stuff. See what we can do to help each other. How's that sound? Pretty good? Alrighty. Hey, thanks again for watching. I'm davidinark. We will see you next time. Have a great day.